and welcome to episode 18 of They Tried to Bury Us on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, it is the pre-season and transfer special edition. We are going to begin by reviewing the squad as it stands now, and as you can see, we have got a ton of players who are out of contract. The only one that has been offered a deal is Dylan Dwyer, and we're yet to hear back from him. So we will release all of the others immediately, and once we've done that, we'll then return and have a look at where we're going to strengthen the squad during the upcoming transfer window. So let's get that done. And then we can review what the squad looks like with those players gone, if I can actually pull that off. So that is all of them. And we'll move them to a reserve squad if we can. So I'll be back to discuss where we're going to strengthen in just a moment. Okay, well, here is the active squad as it stands now, and as you can see, we've only got 15 registered players, so we do have plenty of work to do. I'm going to sort them by position so that we can have a look at what we might need. And I'm not going to bring in a backup goalkeeper. I am going to put Tom Rush on the bench. So he will absolutely sit on the substitutes bench as the sub number one. We've got nominally 3 right backs in the squad. 2 of them are clearly behind Tyler White, so I don't think we need a right back anywhere. Likewise, we've got 3 left backs who are all perfectly serviceable, so again, don't think we need a left back. We've been left without a single centre back, so we need 3, maybe even 4 of them. We could probably do with another defensive midfielder and another central midfielder. We need a couple of players on the left-hand side, and we need a couple of backups to Sam Burns up front. So I'll go and arrange a bunch of trialists, and we'll take a look at those in just a moment. Okay, well, here is the first batch of trialists. As you can see, I've brought 12 players in to take a look at, starting with Joshua Ajala. So let's have a look at him and make our initial judgment. And I think we can safely say that he is one we should definitely be making an offer to. So we're going to offer him a contract. And he's made the coaching staff improvement non-negotiable, so we are going to have to address that at some point. Next up, Asher Agbinone. He is a left or right winger, so absolutely, if he's up to the job, we'll offer him a deal, but we don't know yet. He's only 2.5 yellow stars. So we'll keep hold of him and see if he develops, but we won't be making him an offer just yet. Brandon Lai is a defensive midfielder who can also play right back and central midfield, and is also more than good enough. So we are absolutely offering him a contract. And let's try to remove that one. See if he'll agree to it. Yes, he will, which will mean we'll have to pay him what he wants. So we'll just finalise that deal with Brandon Lai and move on to Ethan Wheatley, who is another striker and definitely has the ability we need. So we'll offer Ethan Wheatley a deal. Oh, he's got an agent, so we need to speak to his agent first of all. He's extremely keen on the idea, so we'll negotiate with him. I'll try and get the agent to accept no money if we can, and we'll finalise that. Agent fee, he's only asking for 1,700 quid, but we'll try and make that nothing if we can, and agree to everything else. And they've agreed, so it looks like Ethan Wheatley will be coming in. Joe Ryder is a left winger, 3 stars of current ability, 3.5 to 4 stars of potential, 21 years old, so more than good enough, and therefore I'm going to offer him a deal. Breakthrough prospect is fine, it takes the pressure off, and he wants less money. He's got no agent, so we'll just agree. Kean Taylor is a defensive or central midfielder, 3.5 stars of ability, 5 stars of potential, 21 years old. So let's get him under an offer. Yeah, I'll allow that. That's fine. We'll just make sure it's high enough to... In fact, we can't negotiate it. So we'll just have to agree to Kean Taylor's demands. Ben Jackson is a centre-back and absolutely more than good enough at 3. In fact, it's 3.5 to 4 stars of ability and up to 5 stars of potential. I've not talked to his agent, so we need to do that. And he is willing to consider it. So that does give us a little bit less wiggle room with Ben Jackson. So I am just going to agree to everything he wants. And move on. So Milenik Ali is next. Left winger. 2.5 to 3.5 stars of ability and the same in potential. He's 26. So at the moment, I can't make him an offer. We don't know if he's going to be good enough. So we'll move on from him. Freddie Ladapo, who is very familiar indeed as an ex-Plymouth Argyle striker. But is he still good enough? Yes, he is. So I am absolutely going to make him an offer. Important player. Wants to be a scout. And we've got space to make that happen. So player scout, we'll agree to that. Jonathan Tompkinson is a centre-back. Again, 3.5 to 4 stars of ability. And 3.5 to 5 stars of potential. So at 24, he is definitely somebody we want to sign. But again, we need to consult with an agent to do it. We're very keen. He's willing to consider the idea. So that means we've got less wiggle room. We're going to have to just agree to what he wants. And looks like we might have an issue with getting him in. It must be 21 or under to get a contract. How old is he? That's the wrong one. That's his agent. Jonathan Tompkinson is 24, so we can't actually offer him anything. Unfortunately, we're going to lose him. Sadou Diallo does have English nationality, so that won't be an issue. And he's a central midfielder. So speak to his agent and willing to consider it. So again, less wiggle room with that one. We'll offer him a deal. And finally, Josh Vela, who is another midfielder who I'm going to approach to sign. In fact, no, we need to speak to an agent again. So let's do that. He's willing to consider it. There's a lot of interest in him, so we need to move quickly, and we're going to. Important player. Yeah, he doesn't want anything unreasonable. So we'll finalise those promises and give him what he wants. And I'll be back in a moment to let you know which ones we've managed to get hold of. Okay, well, we do have our first signing of the pre-season confirmed. We've spent £100,000 to turn last season's loan signing, Harrison Poulter, into a permanent Bury player. 3 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential. He is only 21, so hopefully we'll have a good number of years with him contributing up front. And I'll be back with the next signing in just a moment. Okay, well, here is the next signing, and it is a further boost to our striking options. It is former Argyle striker Freddie Ladapo, who is joining us. So let's get him into the club, and we'll take a proper look at him in just a moment. So here he is, and he is 3.5 stars of ability, 3.5 stars of potential, and 33 years old. So he is all about getting us promotion to the National League this season. I'll be back with the next signing in just a moment. Okay, time now for the next signing, and it is Sadou Diallo, the 27-year-old central midfielder. So let's get him brought in and properly introduced to the club. And that should be him arriving, and there he is. 3 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential. So a more than solid acquisition. And delighted to get him in. So I'll be back with the next signing in just a moment. Okay, we still have a shortage of options at centre-back. So I've brought in a couple more on trial. I tried to bring in 3, but Jack Hanna has turned us down and signed for AFC Fylde. But I have managed to bring in Bobby Amarty, who is 2.5 to 3 stars of current ability, and is a potential League One standard player. So he will be given a chance to prove that he's up to the job of joining us. But Josh Robinson is 21, 3 to 3.5 stars of ability, and a Sky Bet League 2 standard player for the future. So we're absolutely going to sign him. So let's get that one over the line. Breakthrough prospect is fine, and we'll agree to the stepping stone. And he doesn't have an agent, so we don't need to remove any agent fees. We can't raise his fee release clause, so we are just going to have to accept the deal. And hopefully I'll be able to confirm that signing in just a moment. Okay, time now to meet our next signing, and it is 26-year-old left winger Milenik Ali. As you can see, 3 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential, and is going to be a more than decent player for us on that left-hand side. So I'll be back with the next signing in just a moment. Okay, it's now the 23rd of July, just 9 days until our first match in Vanarama National League North, and we've got a squad of 19 and no trialists remaining, so I'm going to have to start dipping into the loan market to fill the remaining gaps, the most obvious of which is centre-back. We currently have none at the club, so I'll go and try and bring in some centre-backs on loan, and I'll be back to show you those in just a moment. Okay, well, we have managed to get a centre-back in. It is 27-year-old Piers Bird, who joins us on a permanent transfer from Harrogate Town. He's 2 stars of current ability, 2.5 stars of potential, so not a fantastic player, but given the brief window we've got to operate in, we need to bring in some centre-backs. So he will do a job, and hopefully we'll be able to bring in enough players that we don't need to rely on him too much. So with Piers Bird welcomed in, let's move on and show you the next signing. Okay, here is our next signing. It is a loan signing until the end of the season. It is a centre-back. It's Artur Panzo. He's, as I say, 19 years old, 3 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential, a future League One standard centre-back. So absolutely delighted to get him in. So let's formally welcome him to the club. And I think with only 1 day to go until the first league match of the season, that is probably it for signings. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the pre-season results and the league table as predicted for the season ahead. Okay, here are the pre-season results. We began with a 2-2 draw at home against Radcliffe. We followed that up with a 3-2 win away to Ramsbottom United. We beat Southport 3-1 at home. We then suffered our only defeat of pre-season at home against Salford City. We beat Crewe Alexandra 2-0 at home. Hallam were dispatched 3-1 away from home. Macclesfield were then beaten 2-0 at home. And we then beat Stockport Town by 8-3 in another home match. We then went away to City of Liverpool and won 4-0. And finished up with a home game against Wythenshawe Town, and as you can see, that one finished in a 2-2 draw. So let's take a look at the bookies' predictions for the season ahead in Vanarama National League North, and we are the odds-on favourites to win the National League North. And it looks like we've got a few players in the Media Dream 11 as well. So we've got Tyler White at right back, Tony Fisher at centre back, Max McFadden on the right wing, and Freddie Ladapo as a striker in the Media Dream 11. So with pre-season now completed, let's have a look at what is coming up on the next episode. And it will be the first 2 league games in Vanarama National League North. We'll be at home to Spennymoor Town and then away to Harrogate Town. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.